So anyway, our next speaker is yours truly, Brian Cochran. I am a business and marketing consultant. I've been in business, oh my gosh, since 1975 unofficially. And then I have been a solo entrepreneur ever since. I'm also a minister of the gospel and a husband of three kids and a grandfather of two kids. And I'm excited about what we're going to be presenting tonight. Our subject matter that I'm going to be talking about today is the COVID-19 shut in because we're in this era where we are closed in and have to sit at home. Some online side hustles that we can do to be able to survive, because it's one of those things where some of us, like myself, I'm in the entertainment business, and the majority of my money is made from my doing sound and doing events. And guess what? I can't do sound and I can't do events. So I've had to reinvent myself. And so I'm back doing, as a matter of fact, I've been online most of, since uh, excuse me, since 2004, 2005. And so I've been an online guy for a long time. And I've made money, and then I got caught up in the stupid idea of just being offline versus being an online kind of guy that I am. So anyway, we're going to be talking about side hustles that you can make an income from. Our first number one is get rid of unwanted items in your house. What's in your house? What's in your closet? What's in your garage? I have when I was hungry and was short on some funds, I looked in the garage. I had a ton of speakers that I was doing absolutely nothing with, and guess what I did? I turned around and I sold them, and I put them up on Letgo, put them up on eBay and a couple other websites, and I was able to dump a lot of equipment, and I was able to raise some money to survive and do some other cool stuff. So I want you to do the same thing. Get excited about what you can do. As it says, as a minister, there's a very familiar a passage of scripture, a story about a woman that had lost her husband, and back in the Old Testament days, the the family would be in debt because of the husband. So they were going to put their kids into slavery to pay off the debt, and so the mother went to the widow went to the prophet, and the prophet said, "What's in your house?" So again, what's in your house? You need to know what's in your house. Look for those things that you're not, you got 20 pairs of shoes that you're not wearing. You got those purses, or you got the wallets, or you got, old computers that you're not doing anything with. Somebody else, your discard is somebody else's reward. And so take the time and find out what's number one, what's in your house. Number two, oh, matter of fact, before I go there, these are some of the places where you can take that merchandise. Craigslist, which is one I thought about, couldn't remember. eBay, Facebook Marketplace is a relatively new one that's really awesome, that you can sell your products, especially if you got tons of friends. Then you can pull them over into the marketplace since you're already there. Let Go and OfferUp are all good marketplace places that you can go to resell used items that you can do so. And how it works, I'm glad you asked, Brother Cochran, Brother Brian. You snap a picture, then you set it up and upload it to the internet, and then you start earning cash, because people, when they look for some products, they're looking for certain things, they will find it, and you are able to sell it. And one of the things that's cool about eBay is that they got an auction portion where you can start really, really low, and then you can make it up to a certain point, and sometimes you can actually sell it for more than it's worth by putting it into the auction, because it's a frenzy that, just like when you go to the bigger auctions, the same thing but on a smaller basis, depending on what the item is, that you can get rid of some items by taking it online using one of these other platforms that we just talked about. Number two, something called affiliate marketing, and it's, market other people's services or products, and that's something that's really, really big, especially when the internet came in, that it allows folks to not have a product or a service and refer, just like I think it was Tony Robbins was talking about, by that word of mouth is the best form of advertising, which is absolutely true. And so what you do is through affiliate marketing. How it works, I'm glad you asked. Affiliate, you sign up to an account for any, so like for instance Walmart and all your most of your major stores, and have locations, as well as there are distribution networks that allow you to sell. They'll put it into a marketplace, and you look and try to find a program that fits you, that you can talk about, write about, take the affiliate links and put it on your social media, put it on your website if you have one. When visitors click through, like Amazon's probably one of the largest, so Amazon's probably one of the fastest and easiest way to do it, because a lot of us are shopping on Amazon. So what you do is go to Amazon, join their affiliate program, and then you take and grab their, they have tutorials on how to grab their links. And when you grab their links, then you add it to your social media campaign. And then when people click through and they purchase, you get paid. That is something that I did when I first got started and still do. We offer an affiliate program with some of the things that we do. So I'm excited to share this because it works. If you don't have to have any money to do this program. So I'm basing most of these programs that I'm selling, that I'm talking about tonight, are programs that take absolutely no money or little money to get going. So think about affiliate marketing is really, really big, really, really good. And usually what happens is you talk about different products and services or restaurants. You say, hey, by the way, you'll go to a restaurant and take a picture, and in that picture you'll describe it and you'll talk about it and not get paid. So why not get paid for something that you would automatically do anyway, especially if you're on Facebook or social media anyway? So take advantage of that, and you go ahead and start in with affiliate marketing, because it does work. Number 3, create your own product, like an ebook. And so like right now, Brother Steve said earlier that he wrote a bunch of books, and so do I. I have some books that I've written as well. And I started off as, my first book wasn't an ebook, but I went to, let me say it this way. Let me go back and let me put up the caption first. Number 3 is create an ebook. Sorry about that. That's something awesome. So my wife and I would go walking from time to time, and this is before all this stuff happened. We would go and we'd have a date night once a week, and that we would go out and go to. But back then, we live in Southern California and out in the Inland Empire. And we would go to the Lemon, out there to Upland. They had a street festival, which was really, really, really good. And so we would go, and then we get cold, it start cooling down. Then we would go to the mall, the local mall, Montclair Plaza. And then for some reason, well, now I know why, but we were parked by Barnes and Noble. And we were going through Barnes and Noble, go through the mall, walk around and do that. Sometimes we'd eat, and sometimes we won't. Sometimes we grab something to drink, and it doesn't matter anyway. So when we would go through, I saw this little kiosk. It was called the How To. It's little red trifold that said the How To section. And this little how-to section was a little small trifold that had how to plant flowers, how to change a spark plug. It had tons and tons of services that they were offering. And I go, wow, that is so awesome. And so I took myself and said, wow, this is just as ebooks just got started. So I started writing a bunch of how-tos, because I'm pretty much, I've been blessed with some ability to write and an ability to learn. And I've taken what I've written and taken what I've learned and wrote it down. And the cool part about ebooks over a full book is that it doesn't have to be that long. It could be 20, 30 pages, 35 pages at the most, before you get into something larger. But the cool part about it was the way it worked in Barnes and Noble. They had it for $5.95 to buy the hardback, and then online they were selling it for $3.99. So just imagine you taking the time. It's like now you're sitting at home. God is giving you a gift. He's giving you a talent. You have some abilities that you're able to do, that you're able to figure out some stuff. One of the things that I tell people right now is in some of our courses that we do, especially when it comes to our writing course, that there's this program called Evernote. It's a little green. It's on available on both Amazon. I mean on Android, and it's also on iOS, Apple. And so It's free to download. They have a free version. I wouldn't suggest getting unless you really need it for business services. Just get the free version. And so what what I would do is before we got shut in, while I was driving around, I would put on if I got an idea for a chapter, or an idea for a book, I would go to Evernote. And the cool part about it was that all I needed to do was to take it and then go into the note part, and then it had voice recognition in it that it would type up what I say, and then it wouldn't be perfect. I didn't care about that. But the cool part about Evernote was that I can, what I did on my phone. So if I'm out somewhere waiting, if I'm doing something, or I'm even sitting somewhere where I got some free time and an idea comes up or a concept come up, what I would do is I would take and talking to it, it would type it up, and then it has a desktop version that it opens, it syncs with your phone version, and then you're able to go there and download it to my word processor. So my word processor, I would massage it and make it right. And so that's number three. So write you an ebook is really it's not, I mean, it's not simple. We have a course, and then there's tons of courses out there that teach you how to do it. But right now, because you're sitting at home, because you have this free time, take your expertise, just like Steve said, that you take your expertise and do something. And one of the things you can do, and absolutely free, they got tons of ways to upload it. There's tons of ways you can go to Amazon and get into the Kindle ecosystem and upload your book there. There's tons of other places that you can do your ebook. You can also see us because we have a platform that you can sell your ebooks as well, and it doesn't cost you anything to get started. So number three is create an ebook. Next, number four, create an online course. And that's one of the things that Brother Steve was really high on. That's one of the reasons why we brought him down to be a part of our broadcast, is because he has a ton of courses. And the cool part about it is, if you got and the reason I put it next is because it'll take you a little bit of money to do that. I mean, there's places that you can do free course. I mean, you can go to Udemy, and there's other places that are available that you can upload your courses. It may cost you a little bit, or you can do your own website. You can get a free website, and we'll get into that another time. But you get a free website, put it the course there. If you get a WordPress, they got e-learning courses that you get up, that you can set up with your WordPress website, that you can offer the courses and sell it by getting your own merchant account. If you don't know how to do that, between Brother Steve and I, we can help you do that. One of the things that are the reason I brought it up is because you take your ebook and you create a course out of that ebook. And so that's kind of how I created a lot of my courses, that I would start off with the ebook or a book, and then I would back it out, and then I would create a online course that I would charge for. The ebooks, a lot of times they're either free or next to free, depending on what I'm doing, and the whole goal of why I created the ebook. And then I would offer it into what, like Brother Steve was talking about, I would offer it to a online course that there's a ton of outlets that you can go out and take your course and upload it if you don't want to do it on your own. There's tons of places that you can distribute it to, so that way you can create your own course. Next, we have create your own t-shirt company or clothing company with little or no stock. And this is something that I have an online, it's called JC Swag. It's a Christian clothing line that I have t-shirts and hats and all kind of stuff that I'm able to sell. And you say, how you do that? It's called print on demand. There are tons of companies, I'm going to put them up in a second, that allow you to take your concept and idea, digitize it, and then upload it to the internet. So that way you're able to, all you got to do then is, once you get it digitized, once you get into the company, then you would, let me put that up. Instead of me just talking about it, let me show you how it works. So, oh, no. That's, yeah. That's next. I'm sorry. That's how it works as far as how you make money. So what you do is you find out, I'll show you. Let me go here first. These are the companies that you can upload to. This Cafe Express or Cafe Press, Teespring, Amazon Merch, Printful are probably the largest four, and then Redbubble and Zazzle are up and coming companies that the same thing. So the cool part about it is you can distribute your t-shirts, your designs to all these companies because they have their own ecosystem to do it, and then you can upload it to once it's on their website, you can get links and get all the descriptions and that kind of stuff that you can start promoting it through social media. So how does it work? The bottom line is that what happens is each of those companies have a base price that they charge for each and every design. So when you upload it, there'll be a base price. They'll let you know what it is, and then plus the markup. Then you mark it up. It usually is called something called Keystone. So you mark it up at least between 100 and 200%, depending on what you're doing and how dedicated you want to be on that. I mean, how much money you want to make, and then you sell it at a retail price. That's the basic way how everything is. There's a base price for a wholesaler, base price for a manufacturer, then there's a markup as you as a retailer, and you sell it for a retail price. And so you're able to make some money by print on demand. And the cool part about it is that these companies have what is called promotional merchandise. That so if you want your own mugs, you want your own keychains, you want your own balls, you want your own swag, pins and all this other kind of stuff, you can promote your company by making it a larger brand through those other companies that I just showed you. That let me put it back up there. Cafe Press, Amazon does, and then there's a bunch of other ones that I didn't take the time to do it because of just the time restraint for doing this course. But you can make some extra money by either doing your own t-shirt line, or as well as add on to that for promotional merchandise. So that way they're on-demand companies as well. You don't have to have any stock whatsoever. And most of these companies are free to get started because it's based upon a person clicking through to purchase. And then once they click through and purchase, they make their money, they print the material, and the markup's a little bit higher. You know, the cool part about it is you really want to build a real record. A build record. If you want to build a real if you want to build a real clothing company, that's where you get started. You start there, and then as it grows, then you get a better deal buying quantity. But to get yourself started, you start with what you get in where you fit in. Again, this is side hustles that you get started today with absolutely no money, so that way you can make some extra income, grow an income, and it can maybe become a prime income for you to be able to do this for the rest of your life if you choose to. That's one of the things I'm as I said earlier, I'm a solo entrepreneur, so I have my hat in various endeavors. So with something slow, then there's something else to take up the slack, or I promote something else to take up the slack. And so guess what I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting ready to start promoting my t-shirt line again, because again, because of what I shared with you earlier, that I had to close my, not close, but because I'm not doing entertainment right now, and I got a venue that I'm overseeing, so I can't even do. We had some plays scheduled, we had some concerts scheduled, we had some things scheduled that was going to generate cash flow for me, but guess what? I couldn't do it. So I had to reinvent myself, and one of the ways that I'm reinventing myself, but all the things we're talking about, I'm getting ready to do it myself as well. All right, next, number 6, start a YouTube channel or vlog channel. And just like we're doing right now, just like what you would do is, and how you do that is you just do a lot of videos. I have a couple hundred videos that I have on channels. And the cool part, and what's so fun about it is that, sorry about that. Let me show you. Number 6 is YouTube or vlog channel. And YouTube is the largest search engine on the planet. And the thing about it is how I make money by doing my vlog. I don't get a lot of hits on certain videos, but because I try to be consistent, I have certain videos that do extremely well based upon the subject matter. Like, so my number one, I have 2 videos that are number one. My number one video is for the music business. It was on doing your barcode. And so I got probably 15, 20,000 people or something like that it's not a lot for some are millions and so forth. But the cool part about it is it equated it for them becoming a member into my organization, because I have a company called iMusic Boss, where we help people start, manage, and grow their own record label. And so it led them to that, because they saw my expertise, they saw that I had product knowledge, they saw that I was passionate about it, and I was available to answer the question. Because a lot of times what people do is they'll give you part of the answer, and the thing about it is that you cannot give enough good information, because there's more in your brain. Is if you're ever learning, like as everybody's been just, as Tony was saying earlier, that take some time to learn about your product or craft. I take my time to learn about everything that I do. And so that way I have product knowledge. And then if somebody's in need, when I do the video, I take my ebooks, and out of my ebooks I break them down into lessons and mini lessons, and I'll use half of them, I'll put them on up on YouTube, so that way it leads them to my books. And by my books, it leads them to my video courses and all the other stuff that I do, or join my membership site. As I said earlier, how do you make money with YouTube? There's a couple different ways. There's a couple different ways to make money on YouTube. One is that you get enough hits, if you get enough subscribers, and then they pay you per click. Another way is like, for instance, if you look in the background right here, I have a couple books. So a person will see those books, and I may talk about it. So there's product placement, like you see in movies. You'll see them pass by a McDonald's. You'll see they'll open up a laptop, and the laptop will have a Apple or IBM or Dell or whatever that you get paid for product placement. Right now, really big, in which I should have put it up there, which is being an Instagram influencer. And Instagram influencer is almost the same thing, where you talk about products and it's on Instagram. You pull up your pictures, and through your influence, people buy the product or services that you're offering. And so this is the same thing with YouTube, but it's more in a video form, where with Instagram, it's more about the picture. And then they got Instagram stories now, which is kind of cool. So you can do short stories about whatever the product or service is. So you can make money through, allowing others to advertise through your site, allowing Google AdWords. So what happens is, if most of you don't have a pay, like I have a paid account because I hate the ads, so I pay the money. But the cool part about it is that if you don't, then if there's videos that'll pop up that are relative to whatever the subject matter is, and then if they click through, you get some pennies and cents and so forth. There are more millionaires made today through being YouTube vloggers and bloggers and having YouTube channels than almost anything else in the world. There's even billionaires. There's this little girl that's in Korea, I believe she is. She's making $24 million a month. Isn't that insane? But she does this little toy, and she's an influencer, and she's making 24 million. Is it a year? I think it's a year. She makes like $1 million a month. There we go, something like that. I mean, there's others that are doing the same thing. So I wanted to make sure I put that up there, because it doesn't cost you anything at all. You can start it with this. You can start your vlogging with a smartphone. You don't have to have cameras like I have. You don't have to have a big setup. You start getting where you fit in, as just like Brother Steve was saying earlier. You get in where you fit in, and you use that as your vehicle to be able to ride that to prosperity. And as well as it ties into your marketing campaign, that when you create your ebooks, when you create your course, then you use YouTube as a vehicle to market and promote it. Then you take that and you add it to Facebook, you add it to Instagram, you add it to all the other social media websites, Twitter and Periscope and so forth. You add it to all of them, so that way you're able to get the marketing promotion out there, which leads to a call to action that will cause them to come to your website. And so that way you're able to make some money. It doesn't cost you anything. Next one, number 7. We're almost done. Drop shipping is another one that is virtually free or very little money to join. Some of the services, some of the companies will you got to pay for it, but there are some free ones where. And the cool part about drop shipping, if you look at the caption there, what it is that there's some companies online. Oh man, I forgot. I apologize. I was going to pull up some of the locations. If you hit me up, matter of fact, my contact information is inside the package. So if you hit me up, then I'll get you the list of the ones that I use and have used in the past. So that way you can find credible companies that do drop shipping. So the drop shipping model is that you go through, find a supplier, and then you grab some products. And this one, you're going to have to create a store. And again, this is going to cost you a little bit of money that you get started, but you can do a free website on Wix, or we have a website that you can get for free that you can add the products on there. And so, matter of fact, you get a little store through us as well that you can get for absolutely free, right? Especially right now. So that way we can be good going. So what happens is that you find a supplier that will allow you to drop ship. Like one of the things that let me do this first, and I'll give you an example of one of the things that I did. That then what you do is you put it into your store, and then you go after customers. And the cool part about drop shipping is that you don't have to touch any product. All the product is shipped by the supplier, and that's what's cool about it. Amazon's probably the largest drop shipper right now, so you can do the drop shipping program with them. And if you got products yourself that you can do, then there's some other stuff. We have a course on drop shipping that we can help you start your own drop shipping business to the next level. But right now I want to show you how to, for little or no money, there's companies out there allow you to do it. And one of the things that I did, because I live in Southern California, I live, 30 miles out, 40, well, actually it's probably an hour now with traffic, but I'm about 35 minutes from Los Angeles. And downtown Los Angeles has something called the Garment District, called the Jewelry Mart, and they have all these different areas where, from electrical to, I mean, so if you want to get into car stereos, home furnishings, all this stuff is downtown. Watches, all this stuff is in downtown Los Angeles. So what I did before drop shipping was really as big as it is now, I would go to a manufacturer. I started with purses because I wanted to go. I wanted to start a business with my wife and get her going into starting her own business. And so she didn't want to sell, so it didn't work. So she got into something else. But anyway, so what I did was I went to a manufacturer and said, "Hey, I'm going to create a website. I'm not going to buy any merchandise, but I'm going to bring you business. So when somebody clicks through and they purchase it, I'll send you the money. I'll give you the packaging. I'll give you the labels. I'll give you the stamps that included in the price. You get all that included in the price, and then would you ship it?" And so I had several companies. Several companies said no. Then there were several other companies that said yes, because it's just at the time when drop shipping was just kind of, the internet was just kind of really getting going. And so I was able to launch a a personal line because I had a company that I was able to do drop shipping with. So it didn't cost me anything because all I needed was a website, which I already had. And then what I did was, with my website, I took and I uploaded the products to the store, and then I talked about the products. And then I was going to set up, which I still have, a network affiliate marketing company that I was going to do, to help folks, to help women start their own business and so forth. And so it would have done well, but here I am, I was a 50-some-year-old fat guy trying to sell purses and try to develop this line, and it didn't. I'm still looking for somebody because I still want to do it. But anyway, let me get back to the subject matter. But drop shipping is a wonderful way for you to be able to get started with little or no money. So when, again, right now you're shut in, so you can go online and go drop shipping companies, and then they'll pull up a whole bunch of them. And at the same time, we have a company as well that you can do the same thing. So number 7 is drop shipping. Let's go to number 8. Number 8. No, that's it. Oh, we're done. Yay, we're done. Because I didn't want to make it too long. So anyway, if you would like, let me do this. We're done for tonight. Praise the Lord. That was awesome. It's a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. So we have a free. So what we're doing right now, because of the COVID crisis, we're offering a free upgraded membership to BizHelp 101. It is a one stop that I hope you to start, manage, and grow your company. If you have a company, then we're going to be we do webinars and seminars, tons of courses to help you to grow your business. It's sectioned off in portals and communities that, depending on what your community is and you want to learn from, that you can learn there. And what we'll do is we'll give you a gold membership that will allow you access to take the courses, allow you to join, so that way you can get extra learning, because I don't want you to think that there's no one there that's going to help and be around. I believe in the law of reciprocity. I believe in reaping and sowing, that if I sow, I shall also reap. That when this turns around, that you'll stay a member and you invite others to be a part of what we're doing as well. So anyway, I want to thank you so much for being a part of the Next Level Virtual Business Summit. And I want to make sure you go download the swag bag, with there's some free gifts, as well as the information to the BizHelp 101 membership, that you go there and it has information for that as well. And then also the contact information for our presenters are down there as well. This summit was brought to you by BizHelp 101 and BAC TV and Radio Network. Please go support them, so that way we can continue to do these broadcasts and do them for free, because that's what it's all about for us. And I want to thank you so much for being a part. God bless you, and may God keep you. And we'll see you on the next summit that we do very, very, very soon. God bless you. Bye-bye now.